it's certainly going to be a good thing for anybody who does own shares in Saudi-listed companies, because the additional buyers should certainly mean higher prices if anybody is looking to sell stock there.
Interesting. So this whole thing about MSCI inclusion, last time we talked about it was, just about a week ago, right? When they decided A-shares, China A-shares, not right now,
Not
maybe
yet.
2017. Depends on how bureaucrats in Beijing respond. How important is it going to be for the Saudi market? MSCI is also saying, we'll wait, see what investor reaction is like, but I mean, a lot of money is at stake.
Well, I think free trade is a good thing, and it also free trade in the capital markets. I mean, to the extent that you have a more liquid market, you have investors from around the world not only buying but analyzing your companies. You have a more transparent market. You have better information, and it makes it easier for companies to probably raise capital if they have a global market with which to raise that capital. So I think it's a positive thing for Saudi Arabia. And I invest money all around the world for my clients, both at Euro Pacific Bank and Euro Pacific Capital. And my main goal for me is kind of to get out of the dollar. But I see a lot of potential in the Middle Eastern markets and Asia. I think really that's going to be the center of global capitalism, that part of the world. And so this probably helps move in that direction.
Well, that's a big call, Peter. Now, talking about the other Arab countries, this is not only, this opening up of the Saudi Arabian market, right, is not only good for Saudi Arabia, it's also good for the other Arab countries like Qatar, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, because it's bringing international investor attention to the region, because Saudi Arabia's market cap is bigger than all of those other Gulf markets put together.
Yeah, but I think the Emirates is a good example of what can happen when you have real free markets. You have limited taxation, you have entrepreneurship, you have a lot of very bright people from around the world moving to that part of the world. And I think they're as they build their connections up with China and with Southeast Asia. I mean, that's where the real industrial might is. That's where you have an absence of government taxation and regulation, and you have a lot of production and a lot of economic freedom. The West is still struggling with huge governments, big social welfare states, lots of debt, and you have other parts of the world that are not in that kind of trouble.